When I think of science heroes, my mind first jumps to people like Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton, Marie Curie or Florence Nightingale. But we have all already heard their stories. In this video, I will be telling you about one of my favourite science heroes, Jocelyn Bell Burrell. Jocelyn was born on July 15, 1943 to Philip Bell and Alison Bell in Lurgan, County Armagh. Jocelyn developed a love for science at an early age from going to the planetarium with her father, who was an astronomer. However, barricade science still existed to her, as during her primary education, she was almost barred from studying science as it was seen as a boys' subject. To Burrell's postgraduate days in Cambridge University in 1967, where she is working towards her PhD in radio astronomy. For this, she was tasked with studying the charts from a local radio telescope and marking what was interference and what was quasars she was supposed to be looking for. While doing this, she picked up a strange sequence of interference which was pulsing every 3 seconds. It was temporarily dubbed the Little Green Man. She took her findings to her thesis supervisor, Dr. Anthony Hewish, but was written off. Despite Dr. Hewish's scepticism, he began to study the anomaly alongside Dr. Fred Hoyle in meetings which Burrell was excluded from. After conducting her own research and reviewing more of the information given by the radio telescope, Burrell deduced that these anomalies were actually rapidly pulsating neutron stars, otherwise known now as pulsars. And the paper showing Burrell's discovery of pulsars was published, her name was put second after Dr. Hewish. In 1974, the discovery of pulsars was given the Nobel Prize in Physics to Dr. Hewish and Dr. Hoyle. Yes, you heard that right. Even after she was the one to originally discover pulsars, she was not included in the Nobel Prize. This is infuriating, right? But unfortunately, it should almost be expected, as in the 1970s, women's contribution to science was always overlooked and undervalued. Despite this, Burrell continued to power on in her studies of science. On the screen is a list of awards she has to her name to date. Overall, Jocelyn Bell Burrell is a pioneering individual who was ahead of her time and should be an inspiration to all young girls in Ireland who wish to pursue a life in science. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my video on Jocelyn Bell Burrell and her achievements.